For as long as he could remember, Mckay has been taught how to master control over his emotions. Growing up, his father trained him to be both mentally and physically tough. As a result, he has learned how to suppress any emotional urges and only makes decisions that bring him closer to his goal. Just like Nate, Mckay constantly strives for perfection and craves the approval of his father. However, he will never be awarded the same privileges as Nate. He will always have to put in triple the effort to receive half the reward. And because of this, Mckay cannot afford to lose control. So when he meets Cassie and realizes that his feelings for her are genuinely out of his control, he becomes fearful. In addition, Cassie does not fit into the idealistic image that he strives to obtain. Because Mckay cares a lot about the way he is perceived, in his mind, he cannot truly be with a girl like Cassie because she has already lost control over the public's perception of her. Mckay is used to doing everything he can to achieve his goal of becoming an NFL player. When he heads off to college, he realizes that there will always be someone out there who's better than him. Suddenly, his world starts crumbling down. An important part of his backstory was when a kid provoked him into retaliation and his father told him to ignore it because for the rest of his life, people are going to hurl obstacles at him that will make him lose sight of his goal. This incident not only taught him to suppress his emotions, but it taught him how to be silent. He has forced himself to become the person his father expects him to be, but because of this, he never got the time to find out who he actually is. Despite coming to terms with the idea that his life will not turn out the way he thought it would, he still exercises that sense of control. Because he was worn this mask for so long, he will never be able to stop playing this character. Even when he's assaulted, his first instinct is to suppress the trauma and regain control over his emotions and move past the situation like nothing happened. He has been so emotionally repressed, he doesn't allow himself to process his trauma. This raises the question of whether or not his inability to assess his assault was due to his character trait of withholding his emotions, or if it was simply due to bad character development. It's weird that such a serious topic was not resolved, and the aftermath of the incident focused on Cassie and how it affected her instead of him. In the end, Mckay is motivated by public perception and his father's expectations. This makes his motivations of control a selfless act. Not only is he willing to put his emotions to the side to make his father proud, but he's willing to give up the only person who knows the real him.